So this is the card that we're going to create for the second one. I've already got my image stamped. Grab my piece of paper here to go underneath. And we are going to do color blending with 3 colors. So first I'm going to go in with the lightest of the colors. And just create a base layer of color. And if I wanted to, I could do all of the light colors for all of the mushrooms at once, and then do the shading at once as well. But I tend to like to do one image at a time to make sure that I don't miss any steps. So now we got the medium color, and now let's go in with the dark color. Just to darken that shade a bit, or shadow a bit. All right, now we go back in with the medium color, and right where the medium and the dark meet, we're gonna blend with the medium color. And now with the light color. First blend where the light and the medium meet, and then go over the whole thing. And then same here. And like I said before, it will continue to blend as it dries. Now, I did go out of the lines here, so let's go grab our Colorless Blender. I'm just gonna put a little bit there, let it dry completely, and I'll continue to color while I'm waiting for that to dry. And it really depends on the image. Sometimes I'll just leave it, because if the color that I happen to make that mistake is light enough, when I go and color around it with the light gray, sometimes that's enough to hide it. But typically if it's darker colors, I will go in and fix it. And it's especially easy if you're in the middle of coloring, because you can occupy yourself with coloring the different parts of the image while you're waiting for that to completely dry. Anytime you go behind something, there's a shadow there, so I've got the shadow right around that tiny mushroom then, and then also at the bottom. Once again, I'm pretending that the light is coming from above. So the shadow is in the inside here, right up there. Technically there doesn't necessarily need to be one there, but I always tend to join them together. There we go. Now with the medium one, and these images are small enough that this circular motion, there's not really enough room to do it. So you'll see sometimes I don't even do the circular motion. I tend to do it with the lightest color, just because that is usually the whole image. There we go. So the red color is done. Now let's do the green for her wings. And the fun part about fairies is, you know, the sky's the limit really when it comes to colors. You can have fun with it. So you don't necessarily have to color everything the same exactly that I am doing. You can just have fun. Now, I didn't do too much for shadow for these little pom-pom things just because they're so tiny. And the darkest of the greens right behind her back there. So the difference between doing shadow with one color or two colors is really personal preference. Some of these areas are just so small that it's not even really worth it to go in with a third color. And then for her hair, I'm giving her some blonde hair, but I'm only doing 2 colors because there's just not enough area really to do 3. And really this is quite a yellow blonde, but I was trying not to do them all brown hair. I tend to do brown hair simply because it's a little bit more natural than some of the blonde yellows. All right, now let's do her skin. Oh, I realized I just missed this area of the mushroom. Just did a quick, the dark and the medium color, basically because it's behind her, it would be darker. I'm assuming it's a she. Give it a little bit of shadow by her hair, by the chin, bottom of the arms again. You'll find that coloring with alcohol markers are pretty forgiving. And the more you practice, the more you get to know how much ink to put down, how much is too much. You even take a little bit of the pink and lightly dab the cheeks to give her a little bit of a rosy cheek. You have to make sure that the color you use is quite light though, because sometimes it ends up just looking like dots on the cheeks. All right, let's go back and just add a little bit more of the blender because that's completely dry. And I realized that I forgot to do the outline. And like I said before, I usually like doing it before actually coloring the image in, just at the off chance that there's a bit of a mistake. You have the chance to restamp.